Before we begin, let me ask you something. How many dreams have you delayed? Not because you lack talent, not because you lack time, but because you couldn't escape your own mind. How many mornings have you woken up ready to change your life, only to spend the whole day wrestling with thoughts that never existed outside your head? If you've ever felt trapped inside your own mind, overthinking, doubting, spiraling, freezing, then this story is for you, because sometimes, the hardest prison to escape is the one you build with your own thoughts, and this is the story of how one man finally found the exit. In the late 1990s, in a city that buzzed like an old fluorescent light, never fully bright, never fully dark, lived a young man named Clint Ramirez. Clint wasn't lazy, he wasn't unmotivated, he wasn't lost, he was simply stuck inside his own head. Every morning, he sat at his desk, ready to work, and every morning, the same thoughts arrived. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm wasting my time? The thoughts weren't loud, they were worse, they were constant, and constant noise is harder to escape than loud noise. So Clint avoided the work, he cleaned, he organized, he rewrote lists, he convinced himself he was preparing. But deep down, he knew, he wasn't preparing, he was hiding. One rainy afternoon, Clint wandered through the city, trying to outrun his own thoughts. He ducked into an old video rental shop, the kind with flickering lights, faded posters, and a bell that chimed when you opened the door. Behind the counter sat Mang Hector, a man whose voice sounded like gravel dipped in wisdom. "You look like someone running from something," he said. Clint froze. "I'm not running." Mang Hector raised an eyebrow. "Then why aren't you doing what you came to this world to do?" Clint had no answer. "Sit," Mang Hector said. Clint Saturday, the old man pulled out a VHS tape labeled, "Quiet the Mind, 1984. "What's this?" Clint asked. "A documentary," Mang Hector said. "But not the kind you watch, the kind you live." Mang Hector led Clint outside into the rain. "Your mind is loud because your body is silent," he said. "Walk." "Where?" "Anywhere." So they walked, through puddles, neon reflections, and the heartbeat of the city. Clint noticed something. His thoughts softened, not gone, but quieter. When the body moves, Mang Hector said, the mind follows. Back inside, Mang Hector handed Clint a stack of dusty tapes. "Organize these." Clint frowned. "Why?" "Because your brain is drowning in big tasks, give it a small one." 10 minutes later, the tapes were sorted, and Clint felt lighter. "Small tasks," Mang Hector said, "are the doorway out of your head." The next day, Clint returned. Mang Hector handed him a notebook. "Write one sentence," he said. "I don't know how to start." "That's the point. Start anyway." Clint wrote one sentence, then another, then another. "You don't need clarity to begin," Mang Hector said. "You gain clarity by beginning." One evening, Clint showed Mang Hector a page. "It's terrible," Clint said. Mang Hector laughed. "Good. Good. Ugly work is honest work, perfect work is imaginary work." He gestured to the shelves of tapes. "You think all these movies started perfect? No. They started messy, messy becomes good, good becomes great, but only if you let the ugly exist first." For weeks, Clint returned to the shop. They walked, they sorted tapes, they sat in silence, and slowly, Clint realized, the world outside his mind was calmer than the world inside it. The rain, the hum of jeepneys, the glow of old fluorescent lights, these things grounded him, pulled him out of the storm. One night, as they closed the shop, Mang Hector said, "You want to get out of your mind, then stop trying to think your way out, you act your way out." He placed a hand on Clint's shoulder. Thoughts are clouds, actions are the wind, move, and the sky clears. Clint became known across the city, not as a genius, but as someone who finished things. He wrote books, he taught workshops, he helped others escape their own minds, and he always said, "You don't escape your mind by thinking, you escape by doing." Years later, Clint returned to the old shop, now abandoned. On a dusty shelf, he found the same VHS tape, Quiet the Mind, 1984. He smiled, because the tape was never a documentary, it was a reminder that the mind is loud, fear is loud, doubt is loud, but action is quiet, and yet, it is the quiet things that change your life. So if you're still here, listening to Clint's journey, remember this: you don't need to feel ready, you don't need to silence every doubt, you don't need to fix your mind before you move, you just need to move, because the exit from your mind is not a door you think about, it's a door you walk through, one small action at a time, one imperfect step at a time, one quiet moment of courage at a time. And if this story helped you breathe a little easier, if it reminded you that you're not alone in the noise, if it gave you even a spark of clarity, stay with us. There are more stories like this, more lessons hidden in quiet corners, more journeys that might mirror your own. If you felt something today, subscribe for more stories like this, stories that don't just motivate you, but move you, because sometimes, all we need is one story that arrives at the right moment to change everything.